All right, welcome everybody to yoga. So I don't know if you all read everything I write in my emails, not that I write a lot, but I figured out how to create a YouTube channel. And I've got 2 of the practices there so far. So I will start putting the class, I'll still send the link, but I'll also put the class on YouTube. So you don't have to worry about saving them or finding them or whatever. So come to a comfortable seat. Find your sit bones. Shift back and forth from each other. Maybe rock forward and back a little bit. Maybe make little circles. And then start to think about lengthening your spine. So you want to get your spine nice and tall. So breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, lengthening up. And then exhale, keep that length, but let your shoulders drop away from your ears. See if you can put some relaxation there. Now, I want you to think from here about drawing your shoulder blades together behind your back without arching your back. So it's this very subtle opening through the chest. You're still sitting up tall, and then let the shoulders, the elbows drop down. So I want you to find length, but also opening. If it's comfortable for you, let your eyes close or just gaze at the ground softly in front of you. We're going to start to slow down our breath. As you breathe in, feel your lungs expand 360 degrees. So feel your ribs move out to the side. Feel your chest and your back. Everything should expand. And then exhale everything out. Feel like it's squeezing in through your waistline. Another breath in, centering yourself, preparing yourself for your practice. And then exhale everything out. Last one, breathe in deep, filling up with fresh oxygen. And then exhale everything out. Now, remind yourself about pulling your shoulder blades back, spine tall, and drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Feel a deep stretch through the left side of your neck. Your eyes can still be closed, or you can flutter them open. And now bring your head through center, drop your left ear to your left shoulder, big stretch through the right side of your neck. Come back to center, drop your right ear down. And now slowly let your chin fall down towards your chest, moving slowly all the way over so that your left ear is touching your left shoulder. And once you get there, pause, and then round all the way back. Chin to chest. Bringing your right ear over to your shoulder. It's early to already be tongue-tied. Let's do that one more time. Roll through center, bringing your ear over to your left shoulder. And now roll back, bringing your ear over to your right shoulder. With your right ear reaching towards your right shoulder, stretch your left arm away from you. See if you can find a deeper stretch as it works its way down through your arm. Bring your head through center, drop your left ear to your left shoulder, extend your right arm out, and find a big stretch there. And come back to center, roll your shoulders back, nice and slow. And then in the other direction, nice and slow. I always have a lot of crackling and popping here. So we're going to come onto tabletop right away. We're going to line our hands up underneath our shoulders. Spread your fingers out wide. Do a quick cat-cow. So we're not going to stay here long, but we're just using this motion to find our center, to find our neutral spine. So now that you've got your neutral spine, we're going to extend our left leg out to 9 o'clock. You're going to press into the outer edge of your left foot. So you're finding engagement through the entire inner side of your left leg. Your toes are pointing towards the front of your yoga mat, and you're pressing towards the outer edge. So you want to try and get the whole sole of your foot on the floor. Now from here, we're going to go into our cat-cow. So drop your belly, open your heart, big inhale. And then exhale, lift your navel up. Slowly drop the crown of your head down towards the mat. Inhale through to cow. Think about pressing your right shin into the mat, spreading your shoulders apart. Exhale, round into cat. Letting the crown of your head come all the way down to the ground. Inhale, roll forward. And exhale, cat. Come back to your neutral spine. You're pressing your weight into your right hand. You're going to lift your left arm up, coming into a big twist, a big opening. So your left arm is straight above you. Maybe you can turn and look up at your left thumb. And after being here for a few breaths, maybe you can open your left arm behind you, deepening the twist, stretching through your armpit. And from here, we're going to move into some thread the needle. So you're going to bring your left arm all the way down under that space of your right arm. You can let your left ear come down to the mat if you want. And then reach and twist all the way back up. Exhale, thread the needle. It's a big, slow, sweeping movement as we twist our torso. And then come all the way back up. One more, come all the way down. You're pressing into your right shin, trying to stay stable. And twist all the way up. We're going to bring our left hand behind us to either the small of our back or all the way around to the front of your right thigh, deepening your twist with a half bind. Take a few more breaths here. Unwind. Place your left hand down. We're going to sit our hips back into a child's pose without moving our left leg. Walk your hands forward. Find a stretch. This is an active child's pose. Breathe here. And now we're going to do a fancy move. We're going to sit up and roll onto our right hip. I'm going to have to move my mat back a little bit so you all can see me. So our right hip is on the ground and now our left leg is straight out. So your right foot is pressing into the inner thigh of your left leg. You're going to reach your left arm out and extend over to the right. First side stretch. And then the other way. Left hand down, right arm reaches up, bend over to the left. And come back up. Now reach both arms up overhead. Lengthen, drop your shoulders away from your ears. I know you brought them up there. Lift up, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. And twist towards your left leg. See if you can stay here with that straight spine for one round of breath. And then exhale, reach forward, reaching towards your toes. Reach, 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 reach. And then exhale, let your head come heavy, round over. Letting your nose come towards your knee, your chin to your chest. Breathe here. This is a deep stretch through your lower back. Now think about your right hip? Did it pop up? Can you sit back down? Press that right hip down a little bit. Flex your left toes, make your leg a little bit more active. See if you can find some stability in your hips. One more round of breath here. Roll yourself back up. Bring your hands to the front of your mat. Make your way back into your cat-cow, into your tabletop. And if you need to flush it out, you can do a couple cat-cows. You can do some wiggling. I'm going to turn around so that you can see my right side. We're going to reach our right leg out to the right. Press into the bottom of your right foot. Your outer edge of your right foot is on the leg. You're firing up through your inner thigh muscles, pressing your left shin into the mat, spreading your fingers. Inhale, open your heart forward. Exhale, round your back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, round. Make sure you're keeping the space between your shoulder blades. Even though your head is down, your ears and your shoulders should have a lot of space in between them. Inhale, forward. Exhale, cat. Come back to your neutral spine. Press into your left arm. Reach your right arm all the way up, straight up to the sky. Reach up higher. Find space. And now open up, opening the arm behind you, twisting. Big heart opener. And from here, we'll move into thread the needle. So exhale, thread the right arm all the way through under the left arm. You can bring the ear down, you can bring the elbow down. And then open and twist. Exhale, close it all in. Inhale, open and twist. Exhale, bring it all in. Inhale, open. This time we're going to bring our right hand behind us to the small of the back, or if you can come all the way into that half bind with your right hand on the front of your left thigh, pressing into your left shin, pressing into your left palm, twisting through your torso, finding that big heart opener. And then unwind. Sit your hips back into your active one-legged child's pose. Your arms are reaching forward. Maybe your head comes down to the ground, maybe not. Breathe here, stretch your fingers. And then walk your hands back towards your left knee, roll onto your left hip, and we are in one-legged straddle. So now your left foot is pressing in against on your right thigh. We're going to reach our right arm up and over. And then come back to center. Reach our left arm up and over. Come back to center. Reach both arms up. Find that strong spine, straight spine. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. Lift up. Feel tall. And now twist, bringing your belly button towards your big toe. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Reach for your toes. Let your head round down. Breathe here. Your chin is in towards your chest. Your shoulders are relaxed away from your ears. And now think about your left hip. Can you press it down? Can you square your hips a little bit more? Can you flex your right foot a little bit stronger? One more round of breath, and then roll yourself back up. We're going to come back into our tabletop position, flushing that out with some cat-cow, Or maybe you want to take some side to side. Go ahead and use this time to do what you want to do to make it feel good. So from here, we're going to walk our hands forward a little bit and start to lower your forearms down to the mat. Slide your forearms forward a little bit more. If you can bring your head down to the mat, coming into puppy posture. So it's halfway between child's pose and down dog. So your hips are staying back over your knees, but you're finding the length through your arms, through your upper body, with a lot more touch points to the ground than you have in down dog. This is a big shoulder opener, so if you need to widen your arms, go ahead and do that. Start to slide your hands back in. We're going to make our way into our down dog by curling our toes under and peeling our hips up to the sky. Just pedal your feet out, adjust as you need to. I tend a lot of times to be on an angle, so I need to re-straighten myself. Press your fingertips into the mat, let your heels drop down. Think about rotating your upper arm bones. And breathe here. 2 more breaths, filling your lungs up. Exhaling everything out. 1 more round. Gaze up at your hands and slowly start to walk your feet all the way up to your hands, coming into a forward fold. Letting your head hang heavy, reaching for opposite elbows. Gently rock side to side. Adding some sway, some movement into your spine, bending your knees a little bit more so you're stretching through your hamstrings. You're taking the pressure off your lower back. And then slow down, returning back to center. Release your elbows, press down through your feet and start to slowly roll up 1 vertebra at a time. Lining your knees up over your ankles, your hips up over your knees, your shoulders over your hips, and centering your head in between it all. I'm going to move the camera back just a hair, so if the movement bothers you, close your eyes for a moment. There we go. Move all my papers out of the way. Okay, so we're standing tall at the front of our mat. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up overhead. Exhale all the way down, coming into forward fold. Inhale, bring your hands to your thighs, flat back. Elbows are drawing in and back. Neck is long. Exhale, plant your palms. Step back to plank. Hold here in plank. What I want you to do in this plank is think about dropping your chest between your arms and then press it back up. Drop your chest down, press it back up. So your shoulder blades are spreading further away from each other. Press it back up. Now drop your knees, untuck your toes, lower your chest all the way down to the floor. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale down, press up through tabletop, curl your toes, back to downward facing dog. 3 long breaths here. One more. And then look forward at your mat and take a big step or lots of little steps coming all the way up to the front of your mat, back into your forward fold. Inhale, flat back, hands on your thighs. Exhale down. Inhale, bring your arms all the way out and up. And exhale your hands down by your side. Inhale your arms out and up. This time, bring your palms to touch. Exhale, draw your palms down through the center of your body, all the way to the floor. Slide your hands up to your shins or your thighs, lengthen your back, lift your belly button up. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. We're gonna hold this plank again. We're gonna do those shoulder dips. Protracting your shoulder blades. Your arms stay relatively straight. You're dipping down and up. One more. Now this time you can lower halfway down to chaturanga or drop your knees, chest, chin, coming into upward facing dog. And we'll all meet back in downward facing dog. Take a moment to adjust if you need to, and then find stillness for 3 breaths. One more breath. Look forward at your hands and walk, hop, or float your feet up to meet your hands. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach your arms all the way out to the side, palms touch overhead. Exhale, your hands down through heart center, all the way down to your side. Last Sunday, inhale, reach your arms up, palms touch. Maybe take a little bit of a back bend here. Exhale, dive all the way down. Maybe your fingertips can stay on the floor this time as you lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step or float back to plank. Hold here in your plank. Do 5 more of those scapular push-ups. Inhale as you go down, exhale as you go up. One more. And now go through your vinyasa. So maybe you come down to your knees. Maybe you take half a push-up. Baby cobra or upward facing dog. And we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Pedal it out in down dog. Press into your pointer finger. Spread your fingers out wide, lengthen your arms. And now look up at your hands and walk or float your feet up to the top. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up overhead. And exhale your hands down to heart center, bringing your hands all the way down by your side. Take a moment here to check in, scan through your body, move your head all down through your toes. Find the 4 sides of your feet, make sure you're standing tall and you're standing securely. We'll build a flow. So from here, from our standing today, we're gonna sit down in chair. Sit back in chair, holding your chair pose. Pressing into your heels, letting your hips sink back, reaching your arms out and up or straight in front of you, and then stand back up. Sit back into chair. Reach your arms out and up. Sit a little bit lower, and then stand back up. Shift your weight into your left foot, lifting your right heel up off the mat. Find your balance here. Your arms can be at your side or at heart center, whichever feels better for you. And then from here, we're gonna lift our heel up even further and lift our knee up and then tap our foot down. Lift our knee up. So we're doing a little bit of balancing on one leg. Next time when we lift our leg up, we're gonna hold it up, finding our balance, flex our foot, and then start to reach our right foot behind us, coming into high lunge. Landing back in high lunge, reach your arms up overhead. Breathe here. Turn your right foot down, open into warrior 2. You might need to adjust your feet so that your left foot is bisecting the front of your right foot. I apologize for my back. I should have done the other side first. Sit down a little bit further in your warrior two. Think about your arms at shoulder height, reaching away from you. Amazing amounts of power. Turn your left palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Breathe here. Come back to warrior two. Straighten your left leg, turn your left palm up, exhale back, peaceful triangle. Breathe here, engaging your inner thighs to keep your balance. Come back to warrior two. Flow all the way back down. Step back to plank. Go through your vinyasa. And we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Pause here in your down dog. Make any adjustments you need to. And then gaze forward at your hands and take a big step back up to the front of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up, palms touch overhead, and then sit back into your chair position. We're gonna do the other side. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, back into your chair position. Sit back, sit back, and then stand all the way up. Bring your arms down by your side or at heart center. Shift your weight into your right foot and start to lift your left heel up. So the ball of your left foot is on the ground, your left heel is in the air. We're starting to think about balancing. From here, we're going to come onto our left toes. Our heel is high in the air. And now, finding that length through our spine that we found while we were sitting, we're going to start to lift our left foot up, lifting our knee up to hip height if possible, finding engagement in your lower abdominals to help lift that leg up. And this time, hold the leg up, flex your left foot, and now start to step your left foot all the way back, coming into your high lunge. Take a moment here, reach your arms up, high lunge. And now turn your left foot down, opening into warrior two. If you need to adjust your feet, take the time to do that. Reach your arms away from you. Keep them at shoulder height. Check that you're not arching your back. Think about lengthening up through the spine. And now turn the right palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Gorgeous. Breathe here. Come back to warrior two. Sit a little bit lower. Straighten your right leg. Turn your right palm up. Exhale back. Peaceful triangle. Breathe here. Come back to warrior two. Pause in your warrior two. Cartwheel your hands all the way down. Step back to plank. Go through your vinyasa, your flow, knees, chest, chin, chaturanga, upward facing dog. And we will all meet in downward facing dog for 3 long, slow breath cycles. Holding yourself in downward facing dog, constantly check your palms, your fingertips. Are you rotating your upper arms outward? Are you reaching your ears between your biceps? Are you lifting your hips up, keeping your spine straight? Reach your heels down behind you. Exhale, look forward at your hands and float or walk your feet up to meet your hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach your arms all the way out, up overhead, palms touch. Widen them up a little bit. I'm gonna go to the other end of my mat. And then sit back into chair. Hold your chair pose. Sit a little bit lower. And stand back up. Inhale, exhale, sit back into chair. Bring your hands to heart center. Twist to the left, bringing your right elbow to your left knee. Check that your hips are even, sit a little bit lower. And then come all the way back up to stand. Draw your right knee up and tap it down. Lift it up, tap it down. Your arms can stay up overhead as you balance here. Flex your right foot, or they can come down by your side as you hinge forward, coming into warrior three. So we're gonna try and keep our right leg lifted as we balance in this T shape on one leg. Flex your right foot. Think about your toes pointing down to the ground. Breathe here. And now bend your left knee, step back, coming into your high lunge. Nice. That was fun. Once you find your high lunge, open into your warrior two. Adjust your feet. If you need to reach your arms, strong warrior two. Turn your left palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Come back to warrior two. Straighten your left leg, turn your left palm up, exhale back, triangle. Come back to warrior two. Bend your left knee, bend your left arm, come into side angle, reach your right arm up. And now bring your right hand behind you, opening your heart up, coming into a half bind. Breathe here. Release the bind, reach your right arm up and cartwheel yourself down to low lunge. Twist open to the left, counter twist. And then bring your left hand down, step back to plank, go through your version of your vinyasa. And we will all meet in downward facing dog to do the other side. So from down dog, take a breath here. On your next exhale, float or step your feet up to meet your hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up overhead, palms touch. Open your palms up. Exhale, sit back into chair. Breathe here. Sit a little bit lower. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, sit back into chair. Draw your hands into your heart center, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist, bringing your left elbow over towards your right knee. Twisting deeper, looking up over your right shoulder. And then release. Exhale, oh no. Reach your arms up to the sky, start to move your weight into your right foot, lift your left foot up. Lift your left knee up. You're balancing, you're using core strength. The next time you lift your leg up, you're gonna flex your foot. You can keep your arms straight overhead or you can bring them down behind you. As you start to hinge forward, gazing out in front of you, one leg is always different than the other, moving into your warrior three, into your T shape. Keep a slight bend in your right knee, drop your left hip down, and then step back, coming into your high lunge. Catch your balance, open into your warrior two. Turn your right palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Come back to warrior two. Straighten your right leg. Turn your right palm up, exhale back, peaceful triangle. Come back to warrior two. Bend your right arm, bring it to your right thigh, reach your left arm up high. Breathe here. If you can, bring your left hand behind you, coming into that twist, open into that bind. Maybe you can bring your left fingers all the way to your right thigh or just to your hip or to your back. And then reach your left arm straight back up. Exhale, come all the way down to your low lunge. Plant your left hand, counter twist to the right. Bring your right hand down. Step back to plank. Go through your vinyasa, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Breathe in 3 times. Nice and slow. Think about reaching your heels back. Think about lengthening through your legs, lengthening through your spine. I'm lifting you up and back from your hips. And on your next exhale, step forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sweep your arms up as you sit back into chair. Sit a little bit lower. Stand straight up, lifting that right foot up. Holding here, balance on one leg, arms up ahead, arms up overhead. See if you can keep them there this time. As you flex your foot, you reach back for warrior 3. Nice. Keep your leg reaching back, reach, 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 reach. And then bend your left knee, step back into your high lunge. It is challenging with your arms overhead. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. I know we all tensed up. And now open into your warrior 2. Turn your left palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Come back to warrior 2. Straighten your left leg, turn your left palm up, exhale back, peaceful triangle. Come back to your warrior 2. Keep going all the way into your side angle, bringing your right arm up. Float your right hand behind you for the half bind. Maybe you're feeling open enough to come into a full bind. But if you're looking down, if you're not open, don't try for that full bind. Maybe you have a block or something that you can place your hand on. And then release your right arm up. Exhale into your low lunge. Counter twist to the left, reaching your left arm up. If you're feeling spicy, roll onto the outer edge of your right foot and come into a side plank. Only if you're feeling spicy. It can also be a supported side plank with your left leg down in front of you. Roll into high plank. Go through your vinyasa. Knees, chest, chin. Baby cobra. Tabletop. Downward facing dog. 3 slow breaths. Slow your heart rate down. Last side. Step your feet forward into your forward fold. Let your head hang heavy. Reach your arms out and up, coming straight into your chair pose. From your chair pose, you're going to press into your right foot, stand all the way up, bringing your left foot with you. Try and keep your arms overhead. Drop your left hip. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. Flex your left foot. Shift your hips. Hinge your hips. Gaze out in front of you. Come into your warrior 3, into your T position. Reach your left heel back. Little bending your right leg. Press your right big toe into the mat. Drop your left hip. And now come back into that high lunge. Beautiful. Challenging, but beautiful. And now open into your warrior 2. Turn your right palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Come into warrior 2. Straighten your right leg, turn your right palm up, exhale back, peaceful triangle. Come into your warrior 2, bend your right arm, lift your left arm up, coming into side angle. Maybe you can come into a half bind, opening your chest. Maybe you can come into a full bind, reaching under your right leg. Turn your head up towards the ceiling. Maybe for you, it's placing your hand on a block or the floor, pressing your elbow into your knee and thigh to find that extra twist. And then unwind, bringing your left hand down to the mat, reach your right arm up through that low lunge, coming into a twist, a counter twist. And if you're feeling spicy, roll onto the outer edge of your left foot, coming into side plank. Yawn your rib cage. Find the space between your rib cage and the mat. Roll into full plank. Catch your breath here. Move through your vinyasa. And we will all meet in downward facing dog. Breathe here. Pedal it out if you need to. Take a child's pose if you need to. Float your right leg up behind you, bend your right knee, lift your right knee up to the ceiling, opening your hip, and now rotate your right ankle in one direction and rotate your right ankle in the other direction. Extend the right leg straight behind you, squaring your hips to the floor, and then draw your right knee forward, coming into pigeon. Extend your left leg back behind you. Inhale, open your heart forward. Keep your heart lifted for 3 breaths. If you need to put a pillow or a block under your right hip to give you a little bit more space, go ahead and do that. And now start to walk your hands forward, coming onto your forearms, coming all the way down, bringing your head all the way down to the mat. Breathing into your hips. Maybe you need to straighten your left leg out behind you. Nice and slow. Try and slow down your breathing. Feel your right hip start to stretch out. You can make a pillow for your forehead, or maybe your forehead comes all the way down to the mat. Start to walk yourself back up. And from here, we're going to roll onto the right hip, bring our left leg out to the side. We're in our one-legged straddle again. So we're going to do a little comparison from the beginning of class to the end of class. So reach your left arm out and up over to the side. To the right side, does that feel different? Do you feel more open? And then come through center, reach your right arm out and over to the left. How does that feel? And then come to center, reach both arms up. Exhale, twist, bringing your navel towards your big toe. Reach, lengthen, exhale, fold yourself over your left leg. Is this easier or harder? Press your right hip into the ground, flex your left foot. Press your right foot into the inside of your left thigh. Do you feel yourself squaring up, tightening in? Think about your right knee drawing towards your left foot. Finding all this engagement, some strength. And now roll up nice and slow. Come on to hands and knees, coming into tabletop. And slowly make your way into your downward facing dog. Pedal the down dog out. And then float the left leg up behind you. Bend the left knee, open it up to the ceiling. Rotate your left ankle in one direction. Rotate your left ankle in the other direction. Extend the left leg back behind you. Drop your right heel down. Draw your left knee towards your left wrist, coming into pigeon on this side. Walk your right leg back. Check and make sure your leg is straight, that your foot is not in a banana shape. And then see if you can stay sitting up for a few breaths. Maybe you need to put a pillow or a block under your left hip to give you that space. And now start to walk your hands out onto your forearms, coming all the way down if you can. If you can't, placing your head on your hands or blocks or a pillow, anything you have handy. You can keep a cushion under your left hip. And breathe here. We're slowing down, getting towards the end of our practice. See if you can walk the right leg back a little bit more, getting deeper into the left hip. And now start to walk yourself back up. Roll onto your left hip, swing your right leg around, coming into one-legged straddle, wide-legged straddle. Your left foot is pressing into your right thigh. You're gonna reach your right arm up and over to the left, feeling all that space you've created in the right side of your body. Come through center. Reach your left arm over and up to the right, finding all that space. And then come up. Reach both arms out and up overhead. Nice long spine. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. Twist towards your right big toe. Flex your foot. And feel the engagement in your leg as you start to exhale and fold forward. Pressing your left hip into the mat. Pressing your left foot into your right leg. Drawing your left knee towards your right ankle. Draping yourself over this big imaginary beach ball or pillow. Maybe you have a real beach ball or pillow that you can lay there and you can lie your body on top of it. And then slowly start to roll up, noticing how that may have felt different from the beginning of class. Draw both soles of your feet to the mat, knees pointing up to the ceiling. Reach your arms out past your shins, and we're going to start to roll down one vertebra at a time. So nice and slow, even slower. You can go slower. I know you can. We do this all the time. And now your head is on the ground. Your arms come out to the side. Bring your feet in so that you can tickle your heels with your fingertips. We're going to do a couple bridge poses. So press your feet into the mat. Your toes are pointing towards the foot of your mat. Your shins are reaching towards your toes. We're going to lift everything up in one line. So from your hips all the way down, you're pressing into your shoulder blades. You're starting to arch your back. Your navel is reaching up. Your chest is moving towards your chin, and your chin is moving towards the ceiling. Breathe here. Think about squeezing the yoga block between your thighs. You don't want your legs to widen. You want to keep everything in this confined space, like you're between two railroad ties. And then slowly roll down. Windshield wiper your legs right to left. And then come back to center. Press your feet into the mat. Find your big toe, your pinky toe, your heels, and then start to lift your hips up. Getting your chest as close to your chin as possible, as your chin and your nose are still pointing up to the ceiling. If you want to take the bind, interlace your fingers behind your back. You can shimmy your shoulders together to give you even more space in your back and your spine. Breathe here. Press your arms into the mat. And then release the bind and slowly come all the way down. Drop both knees over to the right. If you can, lift your right foot, place it on top of your left thigh to get deeper into that twist. Bring your arms up overhead and then open them out into a T. Breathe here. Release your right foot, come back to center. One final bridge, set yourself up. Press into your feet, lift your hips. If you take the bind again, put your opposite thumb on top, reach your chest up. Keep your thighs parallel. Pretend you have a block or a pillow in there. Shins are moving towards your big toes. You can see your belly rise and fall with air. And then release it down. Drop both knees over to the left. Place your left foot on top of your right thigh, above your knee. Reach your arms up to the ceiling, and then open them out to the side. Breathe here. Release your left foot. Bring your knees back to center. Take any last minute move that might interest you as we move into our Shavasana. So you can extend your right leg away from you, extend your left leg, your right arm, your left arm. Feel the weight of your body move into your mat, into the ground beneath you. Feel enveloped, feel held. If you're comfortable, let your eyes close. Let your shoulders fall open. Let your feet fall open. See if you can release the lines between your eyes, the tension in your forehead. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your ankles, and then let them find stillness. Wiggle your knees and your legs and your hip joints. Shake, 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 and then let them find stillness. Roll your fingers, roll your wrists, your palms. Shake them out and let them find stillness. Move your arms and your shoulders. Let your arms wave and wiggle. And then let them find stillness. Move your belly up and down, move your spine, make little circles, rotate back and forth, make a little wiggle, and then find stillness. Let your head and your neck move side to side, nod back and forth, maybe make little circles on the mat. Shake it up, and then let it find stillness. Let this tingly stillness wash over your entire body. We'll move into our silent Shavasana. We'll stay here for 3 minutes. If you're practicing at home, you're more than welcome to stay in your Shavasana for longer. Start to wiggle your toes and your fingers, deepening your breath, letting your head gently sway side to side. If you're ready, stretch your arms out overhead of you. And then slowly roll onto one side. It doesn't matter which one. Pausing here. And then slowly press yourself up into your comfortable seated position. Reach your arms out to the side, up overhead, palms touch. Let your eyes close as you draw your palms down through the center, letting your thumbs rest on your sternum. Breathe in, exhale, drop your chin down. Thank yourself for all the hard work that you put into this practice. I thank you all for being here and for letting me lead you through this practice. Namaste.